YouTube, welcome back to a better video. Welcome back to the channel, man. So, man, the bright side of One Direction part 2. I said I was gonna do this thing in 3 parts, but we're just gonna go ahead and finish out this whole entire series because I just enjoy these type of videos. Like, we just vibe out to it and then you just forget about time. You know, it's bad. We just finna go ahead and get straight to it. But if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. On the way to 10,000 subscribers. Other than that, though, hey, let's get straight back into it.
Because, of course, people don't just bring pride flags to shows for Harry and Louis, and I think that's something that Liam does need to realize is, I mean, gay marriage was legalized, yeah, people are going to bring pride flags to shows, especially because Harry liked to wave them around in this time. That's just a visibility thing. People want to feel heard, people want to feel... But that's just something that he needs to be told to make him uncomfortable. Which I kind of already touched on this a little bit before, how they were clearly close when they were in the band and stuff like that, but... people just think that Liam hates Harry because of things that they see, once again, in the media. I'm gonna read you a quote from an article that people love to use when they're hating on Liam. It says, "It's not the first time Liam has shaded Harry since the band split up. He once told Glamour UK that he was uncomfortable with Harry Styles' outfit choices, saying he couldn't have his son Bear babysat by him because he would dress him in something I just wouldn't understand." Now Liam
said that for real?
Say that, and I'm gonna play the clip for you in a second. And something I just wouldn't understand. Now Liam did say that, and I'm gonna play the clip for you in a second. But in this context, it sounds worse than it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just reading this article, then yeah, it sounds like Liam has a problem with Harry, because that's the point of the article. Whoever wrote this is trying to get the point across that Liam hates Harry, so they're going to use anything that they can to make it look like Liam really does hate Harry, or that they don't get along. But if you take it out of this context and just watch what he said, then it's not like that. He was just joking around. He also made fun of Niall in the same interview.
That's a big question. Well, I suppose Louis, because Louis's got an nipper, hasn't he? Yeah, I suppose he would be. But he'd be my last choice in my head. That's the funniest thing. But he's got to be first because he knows more than any of the rest of them.
It's very true.
I couldn't rely on Harry because I feel like my child would come out dressed in something that I just wouldn't understand. And then with Niall, the kid is
why they laughing so hard?
Yeah, I mean he'd be the rollout.
And see, that didn't even sound like he was dissing in any way, shape, or form. It just sounded like he was just trying to be funny. So people take that junk and twist that junk, really twist it. Hello, wait, that was just a weak twist. They would take it like this and twist it like that. All right, fuck it. They would take this and twist it like this. All right, you know what I'm saying? That's what they'll do. Yeah. All right, we back.
Here's new caddy.
Yeah, not only pushing the pram while swinging the putter.
Yeah.
At the same time,
and a can of beer in his hand. As well.
Exactly. I think I'll leave him with me.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of weird for him to say that Harry would dress his kid in something he doesn't understand, but I don't think it was meant to be a jab at him.
It wasn't.
If that makes sense. In that interview, he was like going one by one and kind of talking about why he wouldn't want to leave Bear with the One Direction boys. So it wasn't like he just singled out Harry, like this written article is trying to make it seem like. I think it's obvious that Liam and Harry have very different styles of clothes, so it makes sense to me that he would say that he doesn't understand it. As in, he doesn't understand fashion. You know what I'm saying? I just really don't understand why people just choose to believe with this article that Liam just said that about Harry without any other context. Like, not trying to say what he said was 100% amazing and glorious. I'm just trying to put it in context for you so that you understand that the media writes things to make people look bad. Liam has also spoken very positively about Harry, especially recently with Fine Line and stuff coming out. He's talked about how proud of him he is and how amazing his music is, and he was even in the audience watching Harry when they were at the same performance and posted on his story about watching Harry perform. So, treating Liam and Harry like little 5-year-olds who are getting into fights and feuds and hate each other, it's literally the most ridiculous thing ever. I don't know how anyone could ever buy into that kind of thing because it's just media drama. This happens with every single celebrity all the time. It's the cheesiest thing ever to do. Pin 2 ex-band members against each other. You're really gonna believe that? No, these people just want money. So the next thing I just wanted to touch on really quickly is both ways, because I think that's one of the biggest reasons why people find Liam problematic or don't like him, And I completely understand that 100%. I can't really sit here and debunk the whole both ways thing because that would be extremely insensitive of me to just sit here and be like, oh no, it doesn't fetishize bi people, because I mean it does. This is what Liam had to say on his experience learning from both ways, and this interview took place only a month ago, so.
It's probably both ways. I didn't expect that song to be taken the way that it was upon release, but I think, you know, that was more down to me educating myself and you know, being more aware of the situation rather than just thinking that you can write about anything.
He regrets releasing it and admitted that he has learned from it and that he wants to do better in the future is something that you should really respect and admire about him. So he's saying, okay, it wasn't my intention, but I see why people are upset and I'm educating myself better. That is so important. I've talked in so many videos before about how I think cancel culture is really toxic, and it's really harmful when people won't let people learn from their mistakes. I always am an advocate for calling out your favorite when they do something wrong. So people called out Liam for both ways, and he took that and used it to educate himself, and now he realizes why it was wrong, and the fact that he bothered to say something is even better. Like, he could have just stayed silent on it forever and that would have made people more upset, but the fact that he acknowledged it and admitted to his mistake is really respectable, and I'm very, very, very glad that he did that. A lot of people felt a lot better about the whole situation after he finally said something and apologized and spoke about how it has made him more aware. That's all you can really ask for. That's why I say cancel culture is toxic. If someone does something problematic and you don't let them learn from it, then what else do you expect from them? Do you expect to just keep dragging and bullying them for the rest of their lives? No, you have to give them a chance to learn and educate themselves. I mean, in some situations, that may not be the case, because I get it. Sometimes people are genuinely problematic. But in other situations, especially with celebrities, you just have to let them grow and educate themselves.
Just want to point out that growing
Here she
and
go.
educating themselves
You gotta love it though.
mean
She be
excusing
getting
their
on here.
behavior.
I just think when it
live.
comes to Liam, like I said, a lot of people just roll with hating on him because that's what everyone does. And it's really sad, but Liam is a good person. He has good intention. Loves what he does. He loves to perform and have a good time, as you know, especially on stage. And he's just genuinely a goofball, and that's kind of something that people don't see about Liam just because he was made out to be this super serious, sensible person when he was in One Direction, but he likes to have a good time. He likes to pull pranks, especially towards the end with Louis. You saw a lot of that behavior. He likes to crack jokes. He's just the cutest and most sweet person ever, and I really wish that people would leave him alone. I understand not liking his music, though. I'm not saying that you have to. It's okay not to like some of Liam's music and still love and support him. That's how I am. I really can't change other people's opinions, I guess, but the point of this video is to highlight the good parts of all these boys and their band, so that's what I'm doing. Next up, we're going to be talking about Harry and his image versus how he really is. I touched on this so much in the Dark Side video, but I kind of want to go back and revisit it again, just to kind of focus more on the debunking side rather than the dark side of it. So yeah, like I said in the Dark Side, Harry, ever since he was in the X Factor house, was branded as this flirty womanizer that sleeps around with everyone and only cares about sex, and everything he does is about sex. That's just how he's perceived. It makes interviewers feel like they can just bring it up whenever they want and be extremely invasive. There's even an interview that Harry did where an interviewer was pestering him about how many people he slept with, and Harry kept trying to say that he didn't want to tell them, but they kept pushing him until he finally said 2, and the interviewer proceeded to say they don't believe him. Like, why are you pestering someone with that question? That is something like so personal, but since it's Harry Styles, you know, people just feel like they can do whatever they want because that's how he is, but it's not. First of all, it's very clear that Harry's sick and tired of being perceived this way.
Does it get annoying that you are constantly seen as the ladies' man?
You don't say that, so I'm sure it gets old.
Yeah. How many times have you ever said it?
I'm bored with it.
And it's clear that he doesn't want to be perceived this way. He has made that so clear on his own. There's so many instances where he's like shaking his head because he doesn't agree with what the person is saying.
Harry, how does it feel to be a sex symbol loved by every girl?
Looking very
See, look how he ruined the fan picture for all that.
agree with what the person is saying.
Harry, how does it
Look at this. The guy all excited. Boom. The guy right here excited. Hair right here. Love taking a picture with him. Watch this.
feel to be a sex symbol loved by every girl?
Looking very
And he laughed with it. What's wrong with him? Look at that guy today. Right? We don't even know who he is. You know what I'm saying? It's just people just want attention.
annoyed.
out with someone double my age.
What is this guy?
There's times when he looks really hurt by what they're saying, like sad.
Is it rumored that you had a crush as well? Is that true?
Me?
On who? Come on.
No.
And some of them are girls, and apparently I'm dating all of them.
So that's part of debunking Harry's image, is the fact that he's tired of it himself. The other boys are tired of it. And you can just genuinely see in his behavior and his words that he is not that way, and that he's the complete opposite.
What do you think about the mum directioners, all the mums getting into one direction?
Harry loves the mum directioners.
I think, you know, we're especially making this album.
Look at that shit.
Like the girls, sometimes girls will call.
I hang up in this damn, you know, like I would genuinely hang up in his face, bro.
All a guy. If they're in a bar or something, I go, okay, that guy's cute, he's mine. Is it like the rule is
dibs?
Yeah, dibs.
No, we don't really do that. No.
Okay.
We feel like that objectifies women, and that's not really what we're about. You wouldn't want to like objectify women, so.
I text the he's an absolutely legend.
Objectify.
He's Jim. He's Jim.
So if there was a really beautiful girl in the room, what would you say to her in one sentence?
I think like it when you compliment like personality rather than
It's actually
introducing 48
I already saw it
square
coming this
centimeters
time,
of
so
2% cash
I
back
already,
earning
I'm
potential.
gonna have to face it.
This
I already
is the
saw the
card
ad
built for
coming.
real life. The new Wells Fargo Active Cash Visa credit card. That's real life.
I bet with Wells Fargo. Dang, I can't go back now. But they always gonna use that man Henry Wells. Oh, he made Wells Fargo.
Freddie.
Oh, John. Okay.
Extremely weird that he's the one that's portrayed this way, because he's the complete opposite. Anyone who actually knows Harry Styles knows that that's the complete opposite. Harry has never given anyone a reason to believe that he's a flirty womanizer that wants to sleep around with every single person. What has Harry ever done to make people believe that? The only reason people believe that is because of what they read in the media, or based on like what interviewers ask him and how they treat him. But Harry himself has never behaved in a way to suggest that he's actually like that, and he's never said anything to match up with that either. Everything he's said and done physically has gone against that. So why are you believing how he's portrayed in the media over how he actually is? Harry Styles is a sweetheart that runs into glass doors and loves to eat fruit and read books and write music and dance around like nobody's watching him, even though thousands of people are watching him. He likes to spread love and kindness.
Be a lover. Choose love. Give love. Love everyone always.
But that brings us to Louis. His image, how he's perceived versus how he actually is. I'm gonna try and debunk some things about Louis for you, and this one is going to be the biggest. Like I said in the Dark Side video, in the beginning, Louis' image wasn't very harmful, it was pretty fitting, and it worked well for him, but then over time, it changed very drastically. So then, by this point, he is seen as this super aggressive, homophobic, racist, problematic, I don't give a shit about anything, untalented, nobody, pretty much. Do you really think that so many people would love and support him if he truly was that way? Like, do you know how many people love and adore Louis Tomlinson? A lot. And it makes me really sad that people choose not to see how he really is, because how he really is amazing. He's an amazing human being, even outside of being an artist, like a music artist. Just as a human being, he's an amazing person, and I'm going to let you know why. First thing I want to talk about is people claiming that Louis is homophobic. We're gonna debunk this real fast, real quick, right now. There are videos out there of Louis talking about how they don't care that they have male fans or like gay fans.
He's hanging outside waiting to meet you.
How cool's that? That's cool, isn't it?
That's, yeah, I mean the guy's a grown man though. Does that freak you out at all?
No, it's really nice to
everyone's welcome.
Yeah, everyone's welcome as a One Direction fan. It's nice to see some different faces.
What about if he has posters of you in your bedroom wall? In his bedroom wall, sorry.
We always say that.
You appreciate straight fans, gay fans, both? I mean, because you have a big following on both sides.
Yeah, of course. I don't think we should, like, you know, choose between them. I think it's great. I mean, all fans.
Quality. One word. Quality. What is up with that? I don't know. Somebody let me know. I don't know what's up with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Is that Louis? Nah, for real. I don't know who that is.
Fans are fans of our music, so it doesn't really matter, you know, who or what they are.
Another thing is there was this girl who was on the
That's another thing too. It's like, yeah, man, look, I don't care what you is, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for checking out the channel. I tell it every single time. I appreciate y'all for clicking on the vids, bro, because I'm telling you, man, when I literally tell you that literally just back in January we was at 1,600 subscribers, when I tell you back when we was in December, November, I was getting 40 views a vid, not even 40 views a vid. I was getting more like 25-ish, 25 and that 40, 25 to 40 views a vid. I get 25 to 40 views in 2-3 minutes. No. I'm not that good right now. I say I get that in about 5 minutes, between 5 and 10 minutes on a good video. It really works that like that. So it's a really humbling aspect of it, and it really doesn't make me be like, oh my gosh, I'm blowing up. No. It's just a real humbling factor, because what I used to have, and like, you got to think, like, I could go back to that at any day. There's going to be any day where somebody can just be like, oh, I don't want to watch him. So what I do is, I don't force it up on y'all to come back and watch the video. I don't promote that stuff, because it's really, I see it as like a thing to see who really rock with me, see who's really rocking with me, see who really enjoys me for me. If you really enjoy me for me, then you're obviously going to come back. So that's how I look at it. I was about to say something else, but damn, I forgot. So yeah, like I say, appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Factor when Louis was a judge, and she did a rap about accepting her sexuality. This is what Louis said about that.
It came across professional, composed, well done, and I loved your lyrics as well, well done.
Louis said that he liked the lyrics. Louis was the only one of the judges who acknowledged the fact that her lyrics were about her sexuality. Another thing about the X Factor, Louis is just such a supportive judge. I'm sorry, I just have to keep going on and on. There was a gay couple that had a proposal on that season of the X Factor, and Louis went backstage to congratulate them on their engagement. Once again, the only judge who did this.
I gotta like Pitbull.
This one's also pretty well known, but there was these LGBTQ plus people who went to meet Louis when he did his album signing, and he saw their pride flag and wrote "Be Proud" on their Walls album. There was also like little clips in the Just Like You music video talking about discrimination in the music industry towards gay people. This next part is making me tear up so bad, I'm sorry. This is just so important to me. He is so important to me, just the way that he is and the way that he treats people. There's been multiple fans who have had experiences with Louis and met him who are transgender and said that Louis was really supportive and really helpful about it. This fan said, I actually hate people who ever say shit about Louis. It only took a minute of him informing the boys, that's a lady lads, and asking me about how my transitioning was going and asking me questions only someone who has educated themselves on the topic could say he's homophobic. Asking me if I had a lass or lad back home and wishing me the best in the future. People who pretend he's homophobic just to blow smoke up Harry's ass annoy the fuck out of me. Someone else said, when Louis let me cry on his shoulder and encouraged me to be myself and complete my transitioning and held my hand and asked me if I had a lad or lass back home, I could smell the toxic masculinity. How dare he? They're being sarcastic, by the way, at the end. The fact that he asks them how their transitioning is going, holding their hand, asking them if they have a girl or boy back home, like he's not assuming, my heart could explode. This person said, he, referring to Louis, stopped me before giving me a hug and goes, I didn't offend you, did I? Do you consider yourself a woman? And he looked genuinely concerned that he would have offended me. I would have expected that to come from Harry as well, which is part of why it surprised me so much coming from Louis, along with the fact that most people can't tell. So overall, claiming that Louis is homophobic is just one of those things that people like to say, just to say it, when there's no evidence or anything factual to back it up. I feel like a lot of people don't pay attention to this, but Louis also did an interview in which he was talking about how he doesn't feel worthy of his net worth. It just shows that he's class conscious. In which he was talking about how he doesn't feel worthy of his net worth. It just shows that he's class conscious. I'm gonna read you the direct quote from this interview that I love. This is what Louis had to say regarding guilt over his wealth and status when he did his Observer interview. He said, quote, I know it sounds ungrateful, but I think about a man on a 9-to-5 working his ass off for 6 months so he can go to his family and say, guys, I'm taking you to Disneyland. That moment, I'll never have that in my family life. And I've worked hard, but I've never worked hard. Not like that. It's really, really rare for celebrities to be aware of that kind of thing.
Of course.
Like class
100%.
and their wealth and their status among everyone else when they have the job that they have. Very rare for celebrities to speak on that. So the fact 100%. That Louis does so openly The entire Just Like You music video as well goes along with this, like I said earlier, but it definitely fits really well in this particular category of Louis being politically aware and well educated. There's a lot of articles about important things when it comes to diversity and such in the Just Like You music video. In it, there's articles talking about Black Lives Matter, abuse against women, more than 2 genders existing. This video is already really long and I don't have enough time to go in depth about how politically aware and educated Louis is other than the things I already said. But please check out the description box for some really amazing threads of more examples of Louis being extremely politically aware and very well educated, because it's just absolutely endless. So other than being really supportive of the LGBTQ+ community and being well educated on so many things and well aware when it comes to everything, Louis is just a good person in general. I can't even think of where to begin when it comes to Louis' relationship with his fans. Out of all of the boys, Louis has the best relationship with his fans, and that is just not up for debate.
What do your Louis mean to you?
Oh, everything, man.
Come up to me, you, tell you I'm sorry. You don't know how lovely you are. I had to find you, tell you I need you, tell you I'll set you apart. Tell me your secrets and ask me a question. Oh, let's go back.
It's a sad clip. Very sad clip right now.
Running in circles, coming up to yours, heads on a science apart. Nobody said it was easy.
My fans are the
Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said that it would be this hard. I'm going back to the start.
He comes on Twitter all the time to check on them, to just be like, hey, how's it going? To answer questions, talk to people, interact with them. When he meets his fans especially, he always makes sure that he has time to go and meet them. After his shows and appearances and stuff, he always goes around to the back where the barricades and stuff are to meet the people that wait there for him, because he knows that they wait there for him. And fans wait there for him because they know that he's gonna come and see them. He loves to go and see his fans, and it's never anything like rushed or awkward. It's just like genuine conversation that flows really well. Like, Louis is your friend that you've known for years. It's so fun, and the pictures are always so much fun. Everyone just genuinely looks like they're laughing, having a good time, having a lot of banter, genuinely like they're family or like best friends. That's just the relationship that he has with his fans, and it's amazing. Another thing about Louis' character though is so many things that he does for a good cause. Charity events, so many things that I probably couldn't even sit here and name them all for you. He has done so incredibly much to give back to people who need it the most. He cares so much and uses his platform and his wealth for the best. I'm gonna have an amazing thread linked in the description box that kind of highlights all of the really amazing charitable things that Louis has done, because there's so many and I really want you guys to see them and to check them out. Overall, it's completely invalid to continue to view Louis as some problematic, homophobic, aggressive, toxic masculinity type of guy when he's just not. He has the biggest heart in the world. He's a family man. He cares so deeply about the people he loves, including his fans. He has the most incredible relationship with his fans. He's so encouraging, has the biggest heart. He does so many things for people who need it the most out of the kindness of his heart. He's so well educated on important social issues and political topics and just things about the world in general. He's so supportive of the LGBTQ+ community and has made many gestures that prove as much that people just don't want to look at, but it's true. I can't stress to you enough how good of a person Louis Tomlinson is, and I'm so sorry to every single person out there who can't figure that out and who likes to stay in their bubble of ignorance, swearing that he's some problematic, horrible, untalented person. So my camera memory actually just ran out just as I finished this video. Basically, that's everything I have for you regarding the bright side of One Direction, those 3 main points that you need to keep in mind. The mass success of One Direction, how they truly were the biggest boy band on the planet, broke so many world records, created the whole stan hysteria trend. 2, One Direction did not hate One Direction. They were thankful for the time that they had in that band. They know that they owe their solo career success to One Direction. They're thankful that they had each other. They don't hate each other. They loved each other and will always carry a respect for each other as they continue to grow older and distance themselves from the past. And 3, the One Direction boys are not how the media tries to perceive them. Those are the 3 main things about One Direction that I wanted to highlight in this video, so hopefully I got my point across and you can see what I mean when I say that regardless of all the toxic stuff they went through that I explained in The Dark Side, you can respect and admire and really look up to them for how successful they stayed even under all that pressure. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below, and also make sure to check out the description box for all of my sources, extra information, extra clips, and threads on Twitter that are really, really helpful in proving some of the points that I made in this video. I hope you're all doing absolutely wonderful, and I will see you in my next video.
So the video was very good. It was very well made. The only thing I'm just now like thinking about it, bro. Shit, why didn't she talk about Zayn a lot? I don't know. Maybe some of you guys know. Like, I didn't really hear a lot of stuff that she said about Zayn or whatnot. I don't know why, but you know what I'm saying? I guess it is what it is, but I don't know. I literally just thought about that as she was starting to sum up that video. Anyways, man, that is gonna do it for the reaction, man. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys hit the like button down below. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below as well. On the way to 10,000 subscribers. But that does be more quality. Can I'm out this thing. Peace out. Love you guys.